Oh, yep, there we are.
Here we are. Hi, guys. Hi, Gary. Hi, I'm Zach's son. How you
Gary,
doing?
I'm Jackson.
So, welcome to the stream. Starting a little early. So,
Yeah, us old men get to bed early these days.
yeah. And guys, I'll keep showing everybody. I finally got channel stickers. Papa Rouse, what's in the dirt?
They are nice. Good color scheme. I like that.
Yeah. That's the first thing Pat showed me. So I like those. I'll take them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll change the next ones and have some specialties made later on.
There you go.
Oh. And, hi, Gary.
So what are we going to discuss tonight?
I don't know. A little bit of everything. I'll wait for more people to get here and tell them where the channel's going. I'm 134 hours away from getting monetized. And I want to do memberships because then I'll do membership giveaways.
Yeah, I mean, you're so close you can taste it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it goes up and hi, Randy. Yeah, it goes up and drops back down. So also one thing I'm going to start doing because it rains a lot here. Well, Gary knows in the South it rains, it's green, and a lot of insects. We're putting up bat houses, so I'm going to do a after dark bat cam and just let that run at night.
Just let it run.
Yeah.
You figure Karen, Middle Power Girl, she does that backyard cam.
Yeah.
Good idea, man.
So be something to watch if it, let people do it as a premiere and let people chat with each other while they're watching the bats. I learned that from what is it, the Chicken Ranch? Anyways, there's a channel's got 300,000 subscribers that it's nothing but watching a chicken coop.
Yeah, and you tuned in at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. There's like 300 people there.
Yeah, there's 300 people in there chatting, watching chickens and talking about chickens.
Peter Patriot, what's up, buddy?
Bat Cam, I'm Jackson. But yeah, so I get monetized and I'll do a membership giveaway in the third week of the month of a silver round for first place, a copper round for dead ass last, and then a third one in between. So, and I look at it this way. Do different levels of membership. So say somebody joins at $1.99, they get one name in the race. If they're at $3.99, they get their name in twice, that kind of thing. But that way, do 3 prizes in one race. Everybody gets a chance to get something.
Damn good idea.
So, and what I tell you, the more I use that Xterra Pro, the more I'm liking it. Dan, Patriot. I learned one thing. They call it turn on and go, but like when every time you switch frequencies or modes, you have to noise cancel, or you're supposed to. And like I used auto tracking, but whatever you mode and frequency you have it in, it's only for that one. You've got to do it in each one of them every time. Not every, but all. If you want it all the time, you got to do it in all of them.
Right.
So I thought for instance, hey, Gabriel Hunters, for a turn on go machine, the Vanquish, I turn it on, automatically noise cancels. You pick your mode and you go. I mean, that's it. So, but like guys, I was telling Mark, I had a 22 caliber pellet at 6 inches, a half of one, and it rang up a solid 35 on the Xterra, and great machine for the price. It really is. So,
if I was in the market, I'd probably pick one of those up.
Yeah.
Jason. What? We got hot college chicks.
Hi, Jason. Well, I noticed now, I guess this new stuff coming out has got First Texas, which owns Technetics, Bounty Hunter, and Fisher.
Yeah.
Really in an uproar. Remember I was telling you about the Minuteman for $99? You can get them for $85 right now.
They brought them down again.
They brought them. They make a Bounty Hunter.
Hey, Danny.
Oh, Pro. Hi, Danny boy. and that's on sale for 125. It's normally a $400 machine, so they're lowering all the prices on all the stuff because the rumor is they're coming out with new stuff, so they're trying to get rid of all their old stock before they bring out all the new stuff.
Well,
So
they're long overdue for new crap.
oh yeah, I
Long
do.
overdue.
I mean, when they came out like with the Technetics Patriot and all that, it wasn't really new stuff because they came out with the Eurotech and the Minuteman is the American version. The next one up, the Liberator, is the Bounty Hunter Land Ranger Pro with a different faceplate on it.
Yeah.
And the Patriot is an F-70. So it's like, it didn't come out with anything new, really.
Just rebrand.
Yeah, rebranded. But I understand they have all new detectors in the works. So
Hey, Taut Lot Bandit. He just said he bought a Minuteman for $85.
yep, I saw that. I was thinking, but then I like
Hey,
that
Frankie.
Bounty Hunter. I forget what it's called. Anyways, it's the same thing as the Technetic 6000, and it's like $300 off. And a Patriot, the Patriots were $225. That's normally a $500 machine. So
I can't wait to see what they come out with.
yeah, Frankie, how you doing? How many people we got in the house? I don't know. We got 13 in here now.
Nice.
Sweet. But yeah, no, the more I learn about the Xterra Pro, the more I like it. I'm learning how to make the VDI not so jumpy, Danny. Some things I found out about it. So, oh, I know what I get. That's what I forgot to do.
What you have to do to it? Smack it a little bit or buy a dinner so the VDI don't jump.
No, turn down the sensitivity because I was running at about 17 and it goes up to 25. I dropped it down to 12, and that really, really helped. Using the auto ground tracking seems to really help. I don't know why, because the ground balance set at 0, but like it says, if you use auto tracking, it will change it for the ground as it goes. So apparently it needs to do that. So,
You know, my Legend, I always have auto tracking on.
but like I said, the thing is, I set it up in, I think it was field 2 with a frequency of 15. I switched to the next one. It wasn't there. So I had to go and do it in every mode and every frequency on every mode. Rusty Fines, hello, how you doing? So, guys, I got channel stickers now I'll be giving away. I'm 134 watch hours away from being monetized, which when I do, there's only 2 of these. These were made by Bottle Cap Bob. He made me one, and this one got lost in the mail. He made another one. That one I gave away, and I'm going to be giving this one away once I get monetized. It's the Evolution of the Detectorist. He hand routed these. These weren't CNC made. He did this by hand.
Hey, Ken.
And there's only 2 of them. Hi, Ken. So this, once I get monetized, that'll be going up for grabs.
Hey, Bill. Danny Boy's asking how you got the VDI more stable.
Okay, I used auto ground tracking, and I lowered the sensitivity, and it stabilized it a lot, Danny. It surprised me.
And what, you still hit that 6-inch half a pellet, right?
Yeah, half a 22 caliber pellet at 6 inches it hit today, no problem. It was loud and clear, solid 35. Air tracking for searching for guys. For what?
Doesn't the Manicore already do that?
Yeah, now that it's out of the bag, Jason, they'll be coming here anyways. You don't need to track them.
Yep.
We're going to be lunch and dinner.
Yeah, since our government said they're real and we have them here.
Yeah. So I found out if you, not just for me, but if you try to help somebody else get monetized, guys, if you just turn on the playlist, that doesn't work anymore because they'll get it and they'll take it away the next day if there's no comments and thumbs up or thumbs downs on it. It doesn't stick.
Man.
No, I'm Zach's son. The mothership ain't coming back for BC. That's why they left him here.
What's right? I was telling some people. I was out walking a dog one day, and we got abducted by aliens, and they said they were looking for intelligent life. They kept the dog.
You're in the wrong place.
Dan, the one day I lost like 50 subscribers. It was hilarious. I was laughing.
Well, what gets me is I was within 100 watch hours, and then the next day I was back to 212 watch hours I needed. It's like I lost 50 hours overnight because the way they track the hours.
Hey, CZ Kid.
CZ Kid, how you doing? So. Jason says they stopped taking the calls back in 82.
Uh-oh, Dan, really? I can't wait to see this video.
Yeah, but I finding, like I said, I found two 30 caliber lead bullets, old white ones. So they're over 100, probably around 100 years old, but, nothing drastic. The more modern copper jacketed M1 carbine slug and the pellets. And I just hope nobody does what they did, is shooting into the hillside. Well, you go up the hill and across the road, there's houses there now. So.
Oh, very true, Caesar. Yeah, that's very true, man. That's why I don't really post any full-length videos that much anymore.
I do short ones, 3 to 5 minutes, and the shorts, the 15 to 30-second shorts. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Like I'll be lucky if I get 40 views on a full length. You get like 2,000 on a short. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, what gets me is I put up fence post top. I get 2,300 views on that. Mm-hmm. I show half of an old nutcracker. I get 75 views. Okay.
Hey, Marty.
You show the good stuff, I get less views. I show junk. Oh, piece of an aluminum extrusion I found down there.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. 2,400 views. Like Marty V. I just don't get it. It's like
no, I don't either. Something screwy with the algorithm, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll post the good stuff and nobody watches. They don't post the other stuff and everybody watches. It's like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Dennis, how you doing? Yeah. So. Jason, you ever got woke up in the middle of the night feeling funny from the probe? But
AI runs YouTube. Hey, it could be that Chat GT because you figure I think Google owns Chat GT.
All I know is, man, their algorithms sure screw stuff up. What gets me? You can join you can subscribe to a big channel, never watch a video, and yet they never take your subscription away from them. But anybody with less than 4,000 subscribers, if you don't watch a video and post it, you get kicked out. I don't get it.
Hey, Tom Riley.
Hi, Tom. How you doing? So that's like, I played Publishers Clearinghouse a lot. They've been around since like 1953.
Yeah.
They make good money. They pay out good money. Now, I don't remember a few years back, there was a site called I1.
Yeah,
that lasted about 5 years, and I knew they weren't going to last because the very first year they were on, their big prize winner was $10 million the first time. It's like, you guys are just starting and you're blowing $10 million already. Yeah. And they went on a few years, and the last year, all you couldn't win any money. All you could do was win donations towards like wounded vets, this and that, and then they finally just closed the thing down.
And they shot themselves in the foot by giving that much money away in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think in the first 3 years, I probably winning $800-900 a year off them in just cash, and then there was gift cards. It's like on Publishers Clearinghouse, I think won about $300 in 10 years. But
Yeah.
And I know people have been playing twice as long as I have and won nothing. So, but everybody seemed to be winning. And I won. Well, you can't do that.
Back is sore. All right, Gary, take it easy, man. I understand about a sore back.
Oh yeah, Gary. Believe me, I know I'm going in for pain management and get shots. I'm just hoping they're not going to tell me it's cortisone. That doesn't do me any good. They did it in my hip and my thumb, and it made it worse.
I can believe it.
Thanks for stopping by, Gary. Good luck out there. But so have you gotten down detecting this week at all, Mark?
Yeah, but I don't want nobody to know. Everybody thinks I'm at work.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah, not much. Like an hour, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, just enough to break a sweat, get dehydrated, and call it a day.
Yeah. Well, I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I get down there because like by 8 o'clock, it's like almost 90 degrees here. The humidity's gone down a little bit, but it's still just too damn hot with 50-60% humidity.
Yeah.
But I go out like this morning, it was 62 degrees at 80% of humidity, but when it was that cool, it didn't matter.
Hey, Bad Idea Lab.
Hi, Bad Idea. How many people we got in here now? Let's see. We got 20 in the house. Thank you.
Nice.
Sweet. But Brad, Depth Fader, how you doing?
Brad. Trevor the Detector. Hello.
Yeah, I got to see who's going to come out with the next cheap detector, entry level, and just see what it's like. First, I didn't like. First, Dexterra Pro was okay. Then I didn't really like that much. But now that I've learned the settings and what I can do to calm that VDI down, it's a good detector. Jim Duncan, good evening.
Hey, can you kick Dennis out of here? Yeah, look what he found. Just kick him out of here, man.
Okay. No, I won't do that.
Wow.
Nice, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, but I scored at the Coinstar. You didn't. Haha.
I found a half a nutcracker and half a hatchet head.
There we go. I bet you didn't find half a hatchet head.
And enough fucking beer can lids to supply Budweiser for a year.
Yeah.
You can do it with a PC. Do what with a PC?
I don't think we want to know what he can do with a PC. This is Jason we're talking
True,
about.
that's Jason. But what's still irritating, this is one thing I do not like about mine. I'm not too worried about the update on the Xterra Pro, but I want the 8x5 coil because there's spots down there. I bought a machete finally just so I can hack stuff out of the way so I can swing the detector.
Yeah.
With a smaller coil, I could do it, but they still haven't come out with it yet. They advertise it, but it's not for sale, which is irritating as hell.
Yep.
Because I don't want to spend $180 for the 6-inch Equinox coil when I know that 8x5 coil coming out will be like less than half that price.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, what's up? Brewers Prospecting.
Jeff, how you doing, brother?
The woods behind this place I'm renting, there was an iron, like from the 1800s, just laying on top of the surface. Yeah.
Nice.
So, thinking maybe tomorrow I'm going to take my detector back here and just swing away. And somebody says anything, play dumb.
Yeah, I'd go out there. All right. Good to hear you're doing good, Jeff. Hope everybody's doing good.
Yeah.
Like those who just come in, I'm getting close to getting monetized. Once I do, one of the things I'm giving away, there's only 2 of these. I gave one away before because the person that made this for me had to make another one because it got lost in the mail. I will be giving away the Evolution of the Detectorist. There's only 2 of them out there. That's what I
That is
know.
awesome. And what you're saying, that was handmade, not CNC.
Handmade. He used a hand router to do both of them, and they were so close you'd have to use calipers to measure the difference. So.
Go for it, Trevor. I used to have a Radio Shack one, but it went up in flames. Hey, Pat.
Pat, you want to come up, Pat?
Howdy, Jason. I like to play dumb when I'm pocket detecting at Starbucks.
But everybody, now that Pat's announced, let's show him again.
There you go.
Great stickers you made for me. Thank you, Pat. Marlon. Oh. $21 in the house. Sweet. Excuse me, Blackbird. How you doing?
Yeah, Blackbird. Nice. Oh, are you for real, Tot Lot? Your channel got accidentally deleted, so you got to start over again.
That's why I haven't seen. Oh, damn, Paul. That sucks.
That ain't right.
No, it isn't. You're right back. I need coffee.
Yeah, no problem. Mm-hmm. Third sub tonight. Oh my god. Oh. You have 3 YouTube channels. I technically have 2, but one I just don't care about.
Well, I've only got the one like this. I said after dark, once we get the bat house up, I'll be doing the after dark bat cam. So everybody can, I'll do it as a premiere every night. People can come in and chat with each other and watch the bats. Better than TV at 3 in the morning, I know that.
300 people at 2 a.m. were watching a chicken coop.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Oh, man. And Marlon, I just love your fire truck, man. That is so cool. Wish I could find one here.
Marty got the kidney zone zapped yesterday. Now it's the fun part.
Oh. Yeah, Marty. Oh, you're better soon, brother.
Yeah. I hope they gave you a lot of the good stuff, Marty.
They don't give Demerol anymore, though. I like Demerol. Sure, it still hurt. You just didn't care.
Is the pain better? No.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm fine.
You know, the painkiller is actually just like Bill Cosby said, like Novocaine. It just saves it up for later.
Mm-hmm.
The Demerol didn't do that. It helped you work through it, even though you felt it. You're sitting there going, yeah, it hurts. Now, that's a good drug.
Yeah. I remember one time my mom, when she discovered she was allergic to Demerol, I can't remember what she had done, but she was in the hospital and they gave her a shot. She looked over at her roommate and went, "I'm flying." She said, "I'm flying out the window." And the serial called the nurse. "You better get in here."
Oh, the best thing I remember about the hospital, and I wasn't there to see it. I wish I was. But a good friend of mine, his mother was a nurse. And for some reason, they transferred her to the morgue. Well, she'd never been in the morgue before.
Okay.
At the hospital. Well, apparently in all of her years of being a registered nurse, she didn't know that once a body's gone, the reflexes and muscles and contractions, they can still sit up and stuff.
Yeah.
So her very first day, one of them sat up.
Oh my God.
She walked out the door and never went back. I looked at Dave, I said, "You're kidding." He goes, "Oh no, she quit being a nurse and everything."
I'm sorry. That's hilarious.
It is. It's like, wow, I can understand leaving a morgue, but quitting completely. Yeah.
Hey, Frankie's looking for a rat rod. Good luck, brother.
Yeah, really. Good luck on that. Rat rod. I mean, anything old is going for a lot of money right now. For a while there, you couldn't give the stuff away now. Now all of a sudden it's back in style. That's like lever action rifles.
Yep.
They're a big thing again.
Piper, she does not want a new car. She wants something from like the 70s to 60s.
Smart girl.
Because she said, she goes, they're nicer looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to agree with you. Some of them are, Piper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had style back then. Now they all look the same.
Yeah. Hey, anybody want to click the link and pop up and talkie-walkie with us?
Yeah, I got the link. I put the link in there. We'll do it again, people. I thought Pat might be coming up. But...
Oh, that would scare the hell out of me, Ken. The corpse started moaning.
Yeah, that's funnier now. I believe it. Yeah, the air pressure. I would love to see that. That would have been funny as hell. All I remember as a kid, I lived in California, and I had up in the mountains at about 3,000 feet. Well, I had relatives in San Jose. Well, they're coming up to go camping with us for a week. Well, they bought all their groceries in San Jose at sea level.
Oh, no.
So we're following them because they knew where the campground we were going to, and they got the station wagon full of kids. We're behind her. All of a sudden, the whole inside of the wagon just looks like it's snowing. Well, they bought 4 or 5 bags of potato chips, and the air pressure blew up in the car. So I learned that if you're going to go camping and you're going up in elevation, buy the chips when you get there.
Or poke a hole in the bag.
I understand soda bottles can do that too. Somebody said they had soda bottles explode on them. So
I was reading the story once where a lady just went grocery shopping, heard a pop, reached back of her head and felt something wet. She thought she got shot in the head, and she's feeling something gooey. Here, a can of biscuits exploded and hit her in the back of the head. So they had the cops there, the paramedics, fire truck. They're all thinking she got shot in the head. It's a can of biscuits.
Can of biscuits. Oh, it's funny how some weird things can happen. Yeah. But I mean, that was like, God, I was thinking 12 or 13. I still remember seeing that inside of that wagon just turning white.
I bet you they pulled over quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jason's right. The old gas tanks are easy. 2 straps and a couple bolts, and they come out easy. The newer ones are the ones that can be a real pain in the ass. Hi, Candy. Hi, Mary.
What's up, guys?
They can be a real pain.
Yeah, I got to drop the gas tank on my van because the gas gauge quit working. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood.
Oh, God. Years ago, I had an old International 1 1/4 ton pickup with overloads above and below. I mean, this thing I could haul 9,000 pounds in the back real easy. What I didn't think about is it not only had the gas tank behind the seat, it had saddle tanks because it's an International. It weighed 6,000 pounds empty. So, but the problem was the way they mounted the saddle tanks, the load it took, because it was a step side, the steps came down and rubbed the top of the saddle tank and cut grooves over time. And I'm going down the road and I'm like, where the hell is that gas coming from? Because I just filled up. I get out and I see gas. I go, what? And I can see that my step's sitting on that because I had a load of wet pine rounds.
Okay.
It was cut into my saddle tanks. Like, damn. So I take them off. And I don't know, you were a mechanic. Have you ever had to weld up a gas tank before?
Personally, no, but I've seen it done.
Yeah. You just open a bottle of CO2, blow it in there. And, well, I took it out to friends. I was going to do one. He's going to do the other because he had a couple torches. And he forgot to turn on the CO2 bottle and he hit the. Well, it was empty, but it was dry enough because we let him sit there for a couple days. All it did was puff the tank out. But he jumped back and I started cracking up. I go, forgot to turn on the bottle, huh? And then I turned around and did the same thing. So
you forgot to turn the bottle on.
I turned it on just as I hit the torch to it. It was too soon. Poof. But yeah.
Well, at least you took care of the dent.
Yeah. But I'll never forget that truck. I think got 6 miles to the gallon, loaded or unloaded. Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
And that was weird. I don't know if you ever worked on Internationals, their own motors. From 62 on up, we called them Internationals because you could have 8 of them lined up, and they all had different motors, trannies, and rear ends from different companies. They would buy stuff from AMC, Ford, General Motors, but mine was all International. So it had 6 lug wheels instead of 8, and the axles were twice as big. It had a 345 motor, which is not an AMC. It was actually International, and you timed it off number 8 instead of number 1.
Wow.
And it was reversed. Instead of 1 being on this side, it was on the opposite side. First time I went to do an International, they made a slant 4. They took a V8, cut it in half, put it in a full-size pickup. So you had to take it. It only came with 4-speed. You had to take off and compound. But you timed it off number 4. Pat, how you doing, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome, man. Glad they got there.
They got there. So
I've been all day on stickers. Haven't made a one.
Oh, wow.
My first job was a small one, only going to be 9 sheets of material. And the printer got them all wrong. So I rechecked all the printer settings and everything. Put the new run through there. Printer got them looking right. I put the overcoat on them, put them into the cutter. Now the cutter's screwed up. Everything's offset. 9 more sheets wasted. Third time around, same damn thing. So, it's just one of those days, everything going to screw up.
I had that day yesterday. I haven't run my printer.
I had to buy more material, and everything's going up. And I kind of get that, yeah, but now instead of me being able to go on and say buy 100 koozies at this price, I have to buy 1,000 or more to get this price. That doesn't make it worthwhile when somebody wants, 25 yellow koozies. That's not cost effective for a brother.
Well, I had somebody want me to print some stuff out. And so I said, okay, send me the STL files. I'll convert it. Well, I have a Cruelty Ender 3v2, and the best software is Ultra Cura for it. Well, they updated it from 5.2 to 5.3. That lasted like 3 days, and they came out 5.4 because 5.3 was screwed up. Well, 5.4 is just screwed up. Instead of making the print in the middle of the plate, it takes it to the back corner. Don't you hate? You know that, Mark, right? Okay, They infected the machine because I rolled back to 5.2. It wants to start at the back corner. So whatever they did, it went into the firmware in the machine, and I can't get it to come back to dead center to print. but at least I could get it to print. On 5.4, I got halfway through the coil, and it just dead stopped. Old program, never had any problems with it.
Hmm.
And it just dead stops. So I had to redo all that, and it's like,
my cutter's been going for a while. I got like $200 worth of replacement parts on order, but they're not going to be here for a couple of weeks. So I figured, okay, let me try this simple run here. It's a small, and just chip away at things. And
no. Oh, shit. That
it's
sucks.
like, but the eye sensors, the cut plate, all of this stuff it doesn't owe me anything, but still. So
yeah.
and to reinvest, and the clear coat that I put over the stickers, that's getting harder to find. And
Really?
I found some today. The smallest amount I could get cost me $480.
Ouch. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this was the day to do it because the wife had to take her car in to be fixed. I drove it down this morning to be fixed, and all new pads and motors was like $700 some odd. So complain to me. I saw my opportunity and I took it.
That's like, I don't know if you've ever heard of molybdenum sulfide grease. Hi, Robert and Melissa.
Melissa.
It's a military grade grease that they made years before, and they used to use it on steam engines.
Mm-hmm.
And they took one element out. When they rebuilt the big boy, the Ford Union Pacific big boy, they bought this grease, put it in, the bearings seized up. Robster, because they took out this one element. So when you buy a quart of the new style molybdenum grease, it's like $30. But if you buy it with that element in it, it's $75. And what it is you can take this grease, put it on an iron bar, and burn it off with a torch, and still have it slip through your hand afterwards. Wow. That's how good the stuff is. It never wears off. So.
Oh yeah.
That's like the old modeling glue. They took that one element out of it and just made it worthless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like JB Weld. They improved it and ruined it. Not as near like the original.
I know there used to be a lot of modeling clubs around in this area, because I'll go to parks, and in some areas they must have their tables set up or whatever. I'll find the little tubes of glue like all over the place. There'll be 10, 15 of them, right? So I figure, people were definitely into models back in the day out in those wooded areas. Must have been peaceful.
Yeah.
Well, I used to belong to a flying club back home when I was a kid. We'd go out to the park. This was before remote control really took over. I mean, it was the old line flying, with a D handle. Mm-hmm. And when I went detecting out there, I was finding bits and pieces of engine from the crashes.
Oh, nice.
Let me run this by you, Pat and Rob and everybody else. I'm real close to getting monetized. Once I do, I'll have a couple of membership tiers, and like the third week of the month, do a duck race to give away first place a silver round, dead ass last, which would be second place, a copper round, and then a next race to remove those two from the race, whoever won, and then stickers and like earrings or magnets or one of these thrown in. So
I say
once I get monetized, people, this is going up for grabs. There's only 2 of them out there. This is made by Bottle Cat Bob. It's the evolution of the detectors. That was hand routed, no CNC.
And you can tell easily that in phase 5, right after where the guys got the spear, when you get to phase 5, that's when the aliens started coming here and messing with us. Right then and there. Historically, we can see the change.
But Oh, there's Rob.
Yeah, PA tomorrow is
hey, Rob.
definitely going to be better. At least it'll be different. How you doing, Rob?
Rob is good. Rob's very good.
Is your car liking that new air freshener?
It's loving the new air freshener.
How
Yeah,
did
I
we
have.
do?
Hold
we
on
do
one second.
trivia
I got something I got to show Clark's Cove since they're here.
Okay. And I got to get some coffee.
And yeah, Clark's Cove, or anybody else who's interested, check out Luke Duke Outdoors. Great guy, does a lot of prospecting and stuff, but he is an absolute marble savant. I mean, I've been with people like Jeff, just send him a picture of a handful of marbles that we found, 5 or 6 of them, and within like 2 minutes, he's like, these two here, this color are from that manufacturer around this date, this manufacturer that date, those are fairly modern. And he's got it all just from a simple picture. So guy is absolute nuts with marbles. If you've got questions, reach on out.
Hey, take care, Marlon.
Oh, Clark say they know Duke.
So, take care, Marlon. So, I get this.
Thanks for stopping by.
Clark's Cove sends me it's a Covert Thing wristband, which thank you guys very much. And they also sent me the Clark's Cove Creek water, which I will put this on one of my 2-ounce bottles. And so Denise goes out and gets the mail, and she comes in and she says to me, "You're really losing it. You've really lost it now." And I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "You really lost it." And I go, "What?" She goes, "You're now sending letters to yourself," because she saw Robert J. Clark up here, and then she saw Robert Clark down here, and she's like, "You're really losing it now, sending letters to yourself, okay?" And I go, honey, it's from Clark's Cove, Robert Clark. She goes, oh yeah, I guess it does have a different address. I go, "No, honey, I'm not losing it. I get the letter from Robert Clark, okay?"
He really
Can't
is.
wait to see what you get yourself for Christmas.
Hi, Diana. Oh, God.
I mean, I am losing it, honey, but I didn't with this letter, okay? So,
Hey, Diana.
That's funny.
but, well, we crashed and burned at trivia tonight.
Oh man.
And I thought the final bonus question was easy, Bill. It was only a 3-parter, and I really thought, so I just put the answer down and told Denise to take it up there, and didn't really get input from her and Steve. But name the 1990. They gave us 3 movies that came out in 1990. Name the highest grossing to lower grossing of domestic box office for 1990. And the 3 that he gave were Ghost, Home Alone, and Dancing with Wolves. And I was like, well, that's just easy. Dancing with Wolves won every single award that year with like a bazillion Oscars.
Yeah, but it was probably number 2.
So, and then I got thinking, Home Alone's a family comedy that came out at Christmas time, so that's going to get a huge audience. So that's going to be number 2. And then Ghost being a romantic kind of comedy, that's got a lower audience. That'll be number 3. Yeah, well, as I was wrong. Ghost was number 1 by far with over 200 million, and then Home Alone, and actually Dancing with Wolves was the 17th highest grossing movie of the year, even though it won all the Oscars. So I was completely opposite wrong. So yeah, we finished with 0 points. So
you'd think being a movie guy, you'd know more of this kind of trivia.
You would think being a movie guy, I would know more of this trivia, Pat. You're exactly right. Because he was using stats from IDBM, which I use IDBM quite a bit. For you guys that don't know, IDBM is International Data Movie Base, and they're like all the stats, and I'm on that website all the time.
Yep, so am I.
Yeah, apparently you were on the wrong page recently.
Yes, a lot of wrong pages.
Just be cool. How you doing, brother?
Evening, just be cool. Good evening, DNL.
Old Pelon.
22 in the house. Thank you.
Yeah, we've already got 28 thumbs up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Crazy
Well,
girl.
Ghost had Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze was big back in the 90s.
Oh, Patrick Swayze dominated.
Yeah.
Roadhouse is still just. I can watch
Oh,
every
yeah.
time Roadhouse is on. You just got to stop and watch it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and yet
Right.
that was considered a really bad movie by the critics. It stunk. You shouldn't watch it.
Roadhouse is like a cult classic now.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
He almost got beat out for that part by Will Ferrell.
Yeah, almost.
Just
And I'll tell you, obviously,
Obviously,
what's his name? Sam Elliott's got, he's great in that movie. But I'll tell you, the movie that Sam Elliott has got like 6 words in, but that he's phenomenal in is "We Were Soldiers" with Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
He only has like 3 lines in the whole movie, but Sam Elliott's just freaking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
In "We Were Soldiers."
He's got a movie on, I think it's Netflix or Tubi, "The Man That Killed Bigfoot" and something else in the title, and it's a really good movie.
Who? Sam Elliott?
Yeah, Sam Elliott.
Well, he's in one of the sequels to Yellowstone too.
Yes, he is. He's in the first one, 1883, and he's
The Outsiders is a good movie too.
That's right, Mary. You got to see Patrick Swayze's Bear Heine. That's exactly
Red
right.
Dawn.
Jim Steele says thanks for his package, Rob. He got it. I don't know if you could see that.
He got his
letter, yeah.
Patrick Swayze in Red Dawn. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Dawn. Red Dawn featured almost the entire Brat Pack from the 80s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you got Charlie Sheen, you got Jennifer Grey, a couple kids that were big then that wound up fading, but Patrick Swayze. The first Red Dawn, that original
C.
Red Dawn.
Thomas Howell, wasn't he in that?
Yes.
Thomas Howell, he kind of faded, but he was huge in the 80s.
Oh yeah, he's still around. He makes his own movies. He did a remake of War of the Worlds. He just produces and stars in his own movies now. Most of them stink, but I mean,
Yep. Wolverines, Ken says, and Jim Steele's right. I've never seen a bad Sam Elliott movie. Absolutely.
yeah, never.
That Idea Labs, it's time to watch Army of Darkness again. Oh my God, I haven't watched Army of Darkness, I bet, in 30, 40 years.
I like Sam Elliott in Masked. He was good in that.
Yeah, with him and Cher.
Yeah.
Outsiders is a good. There's another movie, The Outsiders, that had a huge 80s Brat Pack cast. The Outsiders. C. Thomas Howell was in that one too.
Yeah. The movie where Jeff Bridges played the dude.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, The Big Lebowski.
Sam Elliott was great in that.
I'm not Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
But
Good evening, Mr. Jason.
yeah, Sam Elliott's great in everything. He did one with Whoopi Goldberg years back. He was the head of security for a drug outfit, and she was a cop. What the hell was the name of that?
Oh, was that the one with the phone booth? Oh, yeah. My older sister likes that movie. Yeah, I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Sam Elliott's just good in anything he does. I mean, that's all there is to it.
You're welcome, Tom. Yeah, I actually got several of my prizes out earlier. Everybody that sent me an address, I had most of the envelopes addressed and filled Sunday and mailed them out Monday. And
Hey, Recovery Addict.
good evening, Recovery Addict.
Hi, Recovery Addict.
Welcome to the chat.
Yep. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Enjoy the show. Trying to think other
I like
Well,
some
I
of the
actually-
offbeat movies that I saw in the 80s that were. I love Alan Alda movies. him in the Four Seasons. That was an all-star cast. That was a great movie. And
You
one
know,
of
it's
my
funny. What's funny, Pat, is I was never a huge Alan Alda fan in movies per se, but obviously loved him in MASH.
Have you ever seen To Kill a Clown? That's like
No.
that's intense, man. That is intense, and he plays
Yes, Mary. I
serious
did put
psycho
in a
guy.
postage.
Hey, read Jason's comment.
Oh my God, Jason, that's a long setup, Jason.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
That's good though. I wouldn't have come up with that. That's good. It's weird, Bill. I'm sitting here trying to highlight that, but this isn't my stream, so I can't highlight cuff. When Chris Show Me Treasure accidentally blocked Shane in my Sunday stream, he did something that Shane is completely invisible to my channel now. I was on his Monday Digs video last night. Could not see any comment he was making. I checked the participants. He didn't show up in my participants list. And then when he left a comment, his now is the only channel besides Cynthia Swearingen that there's not a reply button next to his comment. I can leave a heart and a thumbs up, but there's no reply. I can't. If Shane leaves a comment on my video, there's no reply button. Somehow YouTube has completely eliminated him from my channel.
That happened to me and the Clarks a few months ago.
It's not something somebody did. It's something screwed up with YouTube because Alicia Hot Mess made a comment that happened to other people. Mm-hmm. They're invisible to the host, but other people could see them in the stream.
Yeah, everybody else could see Shane, but Charlie and I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
And somebody said Shane left you a $2 super chat.
Yeah.
It was not in my super chats because my system just did not recognize Shane being there at all. So his super chat did not even. I know he was trying to do that to see if he could get into my system, but it would.
So here's the thing: did he still get charged for it?
Well, that'll be interesting, but I'll have to ask him.
And then,
Recovery Addict.
Who's this money going to?
I checked. I went to my settings. He's not in my blocked people. He's not in my hidden people. He checked his. I'm not in his. So I don't know.
Recovery Addict says to check the community settings in the live stream settings.
All right, I can do that. I didn't know there were specific settings for live streams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Bad Idea was saying. Alicia's invisible to Liz. Yeah, she was talking about that Sunday. Yeah, it's just weird. I think about a company like YouTube or Twitter or Facebook. I don't even want to realize how many computer servers. I mean, there has got to be entire buildings. I mean, do you realize how much data YouTube's dealing with every single minute? And
Okay, we forgot one movie that he was in, Tombstone. Sam Elliott, he was great in Tombstone.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sam Elliott ruled. I mean, and I think as much as I'm a Kevin Costner fan, I think Tombstone's such a better much movie than Wyatt Earp.
We don't think Shane is on here now, PD. We're talking about what happened at the other stream.
Yeah, we're talking about my Sunday stream.
And then we can talk about these. Awesome stickers. Everybody wants one. Everybody wants one.
Bill's got his own stickers now.
Make some trades. Call the man.
That's right. He was in the movie about the deer Prancer, Sam Elliott. Didn't they make a sequel to that too?
Yeah, but the movie I was just telling you about, it's called The Hero.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie.
He was also in The Incredible Hulk as Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, he was the general in Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
He's done voices in Barnyard, The Good Dinosaur, Lifeguard, one of his first movies.
Oh, Lifeguard. Yeah, Lifeguard. I mean, that him being the hunkin' lifeguard put him on the map there.
Yeah, Shadow Riders. I mean, just lots of stuff. Oh God, I don't remember him being in Frogs, but apparently he was.
I could have been a hunky lifeguard.
Wow,
or
Recovery
football
Addict,
coach.
8 hours of 1080p
Here's the
video.
other one.
That's a lot of videos, Recovery Addict. Bill should just use Band-Aids and stickers. Oh.
I've looked
The
into
man who
making
killed
Band-Aids.
Hitler found Bigfoot.
It's not easy.
Well, guys, I know Charlie's not here tonight, but I am really, really, really looking forward to Charlie's Saturday night after. Is it Clark's Cove or the other couple? I always get Clark's Cove and Swifty and his wife mixed up. Who's Friday and who's Saturday?
Yeah, the Clarks. is
Saturday's
Saturday.
Clarks.
No. Who's
Mitch Mercury, he is a sexy guy. I mean,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
today
Clark's
he's a
is
sexy
Saturday.
guy. My mom was a huge Sean Connery guy. She's like, oh, he could put.
I
his
think
shoes
they're
in
talking about me over in chat.
Clark's
I
is on
see
Saturday.
Crazy say
Okay.
that's one hell of a sexy man.
Yeah, no, they're not talking about you.
Of course they are.
Recovery Addict, we all need to get out more. Okay, Clark's on Saturday. So Charlie's going to go on after the Clarks go. He's not going to step on the Clarks. After the Clarks get off, they generally wrap up around 10, sometime around then. And then Charlie's going to go on with, he's calling it an adult comedy night. He wants to get back to the fun streams he had with Dennis when they were just doing the jokes and the sock puppet and all that kind of fun stuff. Evening, Greg.
Greg, Frank.
Finally got my package out to Greg. I was happy he got that.
Not the good stuff.
Luterate, hello. How many we got in here?
Luterate's here. Good evening, Luterate. We have
23 people.
23 now
Nice.
and 34 thumbs up. Thank you, good people, for 34 thumbs
Thank you.
up. It's great seeing Petey here tonight. Yeah, my favorite Sean Connery movie is The Man That Would Be King. There you go. Sean Connery. I will tell you what movie I like with Sean Connery and Richard Gere is First Night.
That's
That was good.
That is just such a cool movie.
the only one he ever made that I didn't care for was Highlander. When he did that, I was like,
See, my mom was a huge Highlander fan, and
Oh,
I didn't like it that he died because there could only be one. But
the series was nice, but I never watched the movie on it.
they did what, 2 or 3, and then they made the one with the guy from the TV and the guy from the movies came back together.
they made like 4 or 5 movies in the series.
Wow, Miss Mercury says she never liked Sean Connery. Wow, my mom Denise said I'd dump you in a second, Rob, for Sean Connery. So
My wife used to
And
tell
then
me,
Rob said, I'd dump you for Sean Connery, too.
hey, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20, okay?
Call me Moneypenny. Let's do this.
oh, I loved him in The Untouchables, though. Sean Connery.
You'd be surprised what I'd do for an Aston Martin.
I'm here because
you
I
read
like
that?
court videos.
Yeah,
Judge Joe
Jason.
presiding, Pat's the defense attorney, Rob's the bailiff, and Mark's just trying to not get a life sentence. There you go.
Yeah.
Old Palon, have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, an old pawn.
Yeah, Greg, that's the only movie that I did not like Sean Connery in, The Avengers. I think that was his last movie, and it sucked, and he decided to hang it up.
Oh, Sean
Is
Connery.
that based on the TV show, The Avengers?
Yeah, but not the TV show, not the comics.
His
Right,
last
the British,
movie was
the British
Yeah.
TV show, The Avengers. See, I don't think I saw that one.
The last movie he made was Extraordinary League of Gentlemen, and it bombed. And he
That
decided
that
to
was a
retire.
cool concept for a movie.
It was. They just didn't go about it right. They could have
Yeah.
done much better. So, the movie itself wasn't bad at all, but it was just like it was so nonstop. There was just like no,
Well, it was a little. It seemed like it was a little disjointed, but
Yeah.
But I mean, you brought in some like
and some of their
not
writing.
superheroes, but like characters from movies. Like you had the Invisible Man. You just brought in different characters.
Remo Williams.
I liked Remo Williams.
I like Remo.
Ward, that was great. And
What was that guy's name? What was the guy's name that played the lead in Remo?
Fred Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now his favorite movie I liked was Time Rider, where he goes on the motorcycle back in time. Wasn't that Fred Ward?
No. What I liked him in was Tremors.
Yeah, Tremors. Yeah.
Yeah, the first Tremors was a cool movie.
Yep.
What were we talking about before that? Fred Ward. Somebody brought up something.
Waterworld. That movie got panned with Kevin Costner, but that movie's a cult classic now. Waterworld.
Yeah. Oh, but the Extraordinary League of Gentlemen would root it for me when he's on the ship with that young kid that's
Billy the Kid.
a gunslinger, yeah,
Billy
from
Kid.
the Old West, and he's telling him squeeze the trigger. It's like, oh man, did they have to put that in the movie? It just ruined the whole scene.
No, he was Tom Sawyer. That's right.
Something like I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it was Tom Sawyer.
I
guy
have,
knows how to shoot.
I have not seen the new Mission Impossible.
Yeah. That's like, I'm sorry, it's like the A-Team, the original A-Team was great.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Clarksco. He played Indiana Jones' father in
Mm-hmm.
Last Crusade. Now, I like the Last Crusade. That whole final
That was a
scene,
good
with
movie. Yeah.
the whole final scene with the old knight and the chalice. I like the ending of the Last Crusade.
I loved it in Robin Hood where he came in as king. It's the king at the very end. That was just awesome.
Robin Hood's another classic.
Yeah. But I mean, what I like is watching the movie. I mean, Connery made it big with, of course, 007, James Bond. But he put out some really good movies before that, some English movies that were great.
Yeah, Darby O'Gill and the Little People was awesome.
Yep.
I actually used to make decent money on that selling when I had my video store because Darby O'Gill and the Little People was a very hard movie to find.
Yeah, now it's stuck on HBO Max or Max. You can watch it anytime. What pissed me off is I spent $100 for a Paul Newman movie called Sometimes a Great Notion because you couldn't get it. Now it's on Tubi. It's on, here or there. So my $100 tape's worthless.
Another two movies I made a lot of money on was, and he's one of my favorite actors, Tom. Christ, his name just went right out of my head.
Hanks?
The guy from Sniper. Tom Berenger.
Oh, okay.
He did a movie called Last of the Dogmen.
Yep, great movie. Love that movie.
Super hard to find. They only came out with that in very limited release on video and DVD. I used to get $30, $40 a video for that.
I believe it. Yeah, great movie.
And then another one that was super hard to find, actually with Fred Ward in it, was Southern Comfort.
Yep.
That was a great movie.
That's a great movie.
Was.
Mm-hmm.
And hard to find. Also has
Last of the Dogmen. Last of the Dogmen's a cool
what's
movie.
his name from Red Dawn? Powers Booth.
Yeah, it's Powers Booth.
Yeah.
And you had what was it, David Carradine's brother in there? What was the other Carradine?
Keith Carradine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred Ward, Keith Carradine, Powers Booth, and there's a couple others, but I can't remember who.
And the other movie that was very hard to find, even today it's hard to find. If I find one on DVD, I'll make good money on it, was Robert Redford and the Electric Horseman.
Yeah. Oh, you heard the news about Disney, didn't you?
No.
They're going to quit selling DVDs in this country. In other words, new movies coming out, you can't get them on DVD now.
So it's just going to go to streaming?
Yep. You can still get them in the UK apparently, but not here. They're going to sell a collector set for one of the new movies came out with only the extras in a steel case for $80, but not the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, who would want to do that?
Now, the Clarks say The Last of the Dogmen is an awesome movie.
It
It
is.
was
It
definitely
is.
good.
Yep.
And you can't talk about great movies without mentioning Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah.
Pick
Oh,
one,
we-
they're all a winner.
We were talking about Blazing Saddles at trivia tonight.
Be right back. I got to make some coffee.
Spaceballs was a killer. I love that
Mhm.
movie.
Now, see, Crazy About Murphy saying Three Musketeers and Zorro. I don't know if she's talking about the original ones or the ones that Disney did. I like the Three Musketeers with the one that Disney did with Charlie Sheen. And Kiefer Sutherland. I enjoyed that Three Musketeers. In the Zorro movies with Antonio Banderas, first off, Antonio Banderas has been a man crush of mine for a while. I think that's my version of a good looking guy. Antonio, I mean, he was great in those Zorro movies.
Who was that guy that was in Zorro the Gay Blade? That was a funny movie.
Good
Oh,
night,
wasn't that the guy that's got the tan all the time?
Yeah.
What the hell was his name?
Okay, Clarks, take care.
Take it easy, guys. Good to
Have a
see
good
you.
night, guys. Clarence Williams III. Boy, there's a name you don't hear too often. From the original Mod Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Roth from Reservoir Dogs, and he's been in a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies. Pulp Fiction.
Now we're all trying to remember this guy's name.
The 13th Warrior. That was a good movie. I like that one.
Oh, 13th Warrior freaking rocks.
Mhm.
Who put 13th Warrior?
Greg.
Yeah, Greg did. Yeah, 13th Warrior. I could watch every time 13th Warrior comes on. I'll sit down and watch that. The battle scenes in that. Pat, we're going to know his name the second we hear it.
Yeah. Or the second one of us looks it up.
You know, that's what Rob.
George Hamilton.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The orange guy.
Yep.
That was a great movie. Of course, I've always been partial to comedies and that kind of stuff anyways. I like happier themed things.
Hey, Tom Cleary.
Evening, Tom K. That's right. How did you learn our language? I listened. Yeah, it's
Well, Pat, if you like comedies, there's one on YouTube called When Nature Calls. And it's about a family called the Outdoorsters. They moved from the city to the country.
Yeah.
And it's freaking hilarious. Like, they got this little dog called Scruffy, and it gets bit by something rabid, so it attacks him. So the father shoots it with a dart gun. Well, the next morning, he's laying out there, and he gets up, and Scruffy's his normal self, barking at the door. So I open the door, and he's jumping around, barking. And he goes, "What do you want?" And he runs in, comes back out with the dart rifle in his mouth.
He's like all drugged up.
Daughter wants to make it with a bear.
a twisted and scary horror movie to watch.
Sounds
I
a
can't
little
tell you
bit
that, Danny
odd.
boy, because I am not
It's a
I am
stoner
not
movie.
I am not a horror movie guy.
Dan, I don't know if that's even possible to make your hair stand up.
You
No,
want to
it's a
see
little-
a movie with Linda Blair called Fall of the House of Usher?
Seen it. Yeah. That's a good one.
Hey, the original Exorcist came out when I was 14 or 15, and I still think to this day that is about this. When it came out, was the scariest horror movie that ever came out.
Okay, you guys like Woody
Scary.
Allen movies?
I was never a Woody Allen fan.
Well, he did one of his first ones. He bought 1965 or 66 Japanese spy film and erased the soundtrack and added all his own in. It's called What's Up, Tiger Lily.
I've heard of that movie.
It's freaking hilarious.
I didn't realize he did that.
Yep, that was like halfway through the show. He brings out this really good-looking blonde in a bikini. He goes, "It's a producer's daughter. I had to throw her in here somewhere." Greg doesn't watch horror movies. I love horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, it was 45 years ago, ma'am.
I loved Carrie. That was an awesome movie, especially when the blood poured all over everybody.
The Thing. That's a great movie.
The original.
Oh, yeah, with Kurt Russell? The one with Kurt Russell's.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
That was a remake.
Yes, it was.
The first one was with, what's his name from Gunsmoke? Played Matt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, James Arness.
1951.
Festus.
Huh.
God, Festus.
But even the 2011 remake wasn't bad. I mean, at least when they remade The Thing, all of them were actually not bad movies. But I liked the one with Kurt Russell the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge horror film.
What I
Big
do
Trouble
love
in
is
Little China.
Little China. That is a
That was
hilarious
a good movie.
Yeah. They're talking about remaking that. It's like, no, don't do that.
Mhm.
Leave that alone, you know?
Well, they've talked about remaking E.T. You can't remake E.T., guys.
There's
leave
so
it
many
alone.
movies
E.T.
they try. Every time they
Yeah.
remake them,
Yeah,
they screw them up.
They're worse.
Yeah.
Didn't they try to remake Beverly Hills Cop?
Well, they're making another one, I heard.
They just kept making more of them than each
I
one.
know
goes.
they've made 2 remakes of RoboCop already, and they're still not as good as the original one.
Oh, and then the series.
Yeah,
Oh,
series.
that's like the remake of Red Dawn was like the worst piece of crap I've ever seen.
Yeah.
My wife was like, "That sucked," and I'm like, "Well, that's not the movie I was talking about."
Yeah.
So we had to get the original, and then she was like, "Ah, okay."
Yeah.
But the first Alien movie, I think the Alien in the Alien movie is still, to this day, the best Alien ever done on film. The scariest alien creature
Oh,
ever
yeah.
done.
Who were they
And
called?
I'll tell you something. When they first came out with Alien versus Predator, I thought, man, they just took 2 great franchises and just ruined them
Yeah.
by putting them together. But when I watched that movie and they did it as a prey thing, and they had to earn their stripes to go kill the alien, I thought, once I saw it, I thought it was done pretty well. But yeah, that first Alien movie,
It was
Greg, was
great.
just when that thing comes out of that guy's chest.
Yeah, and you can go anywhere on this planet and go, and people know what you're talking about. Oh, that was yeah.
Frankie, I say this as a compliment, but I can see that, sir.
Hi, Squirrel. Welcome to the stream.
No, guys, I'm going to bounce. I got to take the dog out for his late night walk.
Okay, Mark.
Thanks for the
Thanks for
laughs,
coming.
all.
Oh,
That was
I
good.
thought that was a euphemism. Okay, cool. All right.
No, I got to take the dog out for a walk.
Mercury, I read your post.
So
Oh, did you read that?
insurance
Did you read that, Rob? Take care.
Take it easy.
There you go.
So Frankie played Freddy Krueger for 12 years. Huh? Cool.
Hmm. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that angular face. I can see
Yeah.
that. Yep, with Frankie, I can see that.
Of course, all of his lines would be with that accent. You know. But
Yeah, Mary, as a former Disney cast member and Disney employee, yeah, Disney's got to quit remaking all their animated live. Just because they can doesn't mean they should.
that would be funny. They should start mixing and matching this stuff. Wouldn't it be nice to see, like,
Frankie versus
Freddy
Jason.
Count?
Barbie versus Godzilla.
Mhm.
Thank you, Gourmet. This is my Baby Yoda shirt.
Have you ever seen Bambi versus Godzilla?
Cheech and Chong in the hood.
No, they made a movie, Bambi versus Godzilla. It was a college project. It was 49 seconds long. It's little Bambi's out there eating in the woods, and all of a sudden,
Eh,
it
That's
was
just
over.
wrong.
Yeah, no, it's funny as hell. Freddie K lives in our nightmares.
Oh, Mary, V was a cool.
I
V
love
was
that
a cool. That was a cool TV miniseries. V.
Yeah,
Because
the
see,
original, not the remake.
a lot of people with the whole aliens and UFO things think that there's a whole race of lizard people, or that we descended from lizard people. So to actually have an alien race come in of lizard people was just freaking hilarious.
Greg, yep, Kurt Russell and Used Cars, great movie.
Frankie said I had a custom-made glove with the blades on it. Excellent.
I liked Kurt Russell in Stargate, playing the Colonel.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, all. Remember, Freddie K lives in our nightmares. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mark.
Leave the classics alone. That's right, bad idea. Leave the classics alone.
I am trying
I
to
don't
find
really
Baby
have
Yoda.
nightmares. I mean, one time I dreamed I was a kid going to public school. That woke me up a little scared, but then, you know.
Oh, Mary has a fear of snakes. Yeah, that V wouldn't be a good movie for you then.
No.
The original Rep, as Mercury says, the original Stargate movie. That was another
Yeah.
Kurt Russell classic.
Yeah, there's the Colonel. That's what I was saying. I loved him in that. Oh yeah, that's like I was dating a girl. Remember when with John Goodman, Arachnophobia came out? Well, she didn't know that meant spiders, and she had a death. She was definitely afraid of them. I mean, we did make it 2 minutes into the movie, man. Boom, we were out of there.
I'm gonna catch shit on this one, but I've actually never seen Willow.
Yeah,
I know it's a classic. I know it's a classic, but I've
I do
actually never
too.
seen.
I've tried to make it through the movie, and it's just one of the movies I can't watch.
And another movie I've never watched that everybody just raves about and tells me I'll absolutely love. I've never seen Princess Bride.
That one is a good one because of Andre the Giant. I love that. Plus, that's where my name comes from. Because in The Princess Bride, I'm Papa, and I love cheese, and the Rouse were rodents of unusual size. So that's how my name came about, Papa Rouse.
That's right. The lizards couldn't save their own kind on Earth, so they probably can't save us either. That's right.
Men in Tights, that's another great Mel Brooks movie.
See, but I never liked Cary Elwes as an actor. I just never liked him.
Yeah.
Wallow.
That's like the Tom Cruise movie. What the hell is it called? Legend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually never saw that either.
I watched about half of it and went, what? Who is Harry Crumb? That was a good one, John Candy.
John Kennedy.
Yeah. Another good one.
Mary, I had a fear. We had a basement, and the light to the basement was halfway through the back, so you had to run through the basement in the dark to get to the light. I never liked that either, Mary, when I was a little kid.
Never been afraid of the dark. I can't see in the dark to save my life, but I've never had hesitation to walk into the woods or down a dirt road or.
Yeah, same here. This doesn't bother me.
That doesn't. Yeah.
You know, I figure anything that and startles me, you know, after the first 30 seconds, whatever's left of him is welcome to kill me. You know?
Yeah, that was another guy we lost too soon. Was John Candy.
Yeah.
Dirt clawed rodents of unusual size. I don't think they exit. Yeah, sometimes you got to put a light at the end of the tunnel.
Wow, Greg's never seen Forrest Gump. That's just another phenomenal movie.
Yeah. Run, Forrest, run.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, another John Candy, and what's his name? The comedians, Steve Martin. Two comedic geniuses there.
The one thing that bothered me about Forrest
Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
You
But
want to
what
talk
bothered
two
me about
comedic geniuses.
Forrest Gump, and we used to bring it up. Remember, box is like a life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They had Whitworth. Well, Whitworth chocolates always put in the lid what was underneath it.
Yeah, the
So
Whitmans.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Whitman, yeah, Whitman's.
Yeah.
yeah, Whitman's. So you lift the lid off and it tells you what you got. So
Wow, Greg hasn't seen Schindler's List. Greg, that was one of the most powerful and impactful movies I've ever seen, but I really don't know if I ever want to watch it again.
Yeah.
It was just too. It's just too visceral. It's like the beginning of Saving Private Ryan. That whole first 20-minute scene on the beach is just
uh,
is just so intense.
I
Then
can't
you
remember.
definitely wouldn't want to watch Add Mama to the Train.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was about the experiments the Japanese did on Koreans and Chinese during World War II. And talk about graphic, it made Private Ryan and all the rest of them look like a pony ride. I mean, and I
All
can
right,
usually.
Greg, I'm starting to agree with Mary. Greg, you do live in a cave, okay?
Yeah. And I can usually take stuff, but man, the stuff the Japanese did, the experiments made the Germans look like bikers. So,
You know what I just watched?
Crazy
It's been out.
says her father was born in a concentration camp.
wow.
I just watched the Netflix show. It's been out for about 4 or 5 years now, but I told myself to finally watch it, and I sat down and I binge watched it over like 2 weeks. I watched all 4 seasons. Was The Man in the High Castle? It's the alternative reality show about the Nazis in Japan winning World War II over America and the Allies, the British Allies. Uh,
Yeah.
Very well done, but I mean, when you start seeing all the swastika and all the Nazi flags over everything in America and on phone booths and it was extremely well done, high budget thing. But I'm telling you, that was one of the most depressing series I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'd like to see if they ever do it. There's an author called Harry Turtledove that does alternate history, and he did one about World War II and the Civil War going on at the same time. So they had concentration camps in the South for the blacks, and they were gassed. Yeah,
Yeah,
stuff
Saving
like
Private
that.
Ryan. The beginning of Saving Private Ryan is just yeah. I mean, if you're not affected by that, something's wrong. Yeah, Greg, there's probably a lot of actors we don't realize are Canadian.
Well, I'll tell you the Pacific. If you haven't seen it, there's one scene that a lot of people talk to me that really bothered them because these two privates just sitting there talking, and there's a dead guy sitting there. From the lower jaw up is gone, and it just rains, so the head is full of water. And these guys are talking. This guy's throwing pebbles in this dead guy's head.
What movie's that?
The Pacific. It's the series The Pacific.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that. I
You
saw
need to watch that.
I saw Band of Brothers, which I think is one of the best series ever made.
Yeah.
But I've never seen The Pacific.
Tom Hanks took the Pacific and ran with it, and it's awesome.
And everybody tells me it's as good as Band of Brothers, but I love the cast in Band of Brothers. I'm a huge the main guy that plays Colonel Winters, Damon Lewis. I really like him as an actor. Well, Greg, you had to go with him. See, and I'm not a Breaking Bad guy. I tried watching. I watched 4 episodes trying to get into it. I just couldn't get into it.
No, I never even saw one episode.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it either.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna get off of here and jump down into the chat.
I'm gonna.
these
I
things
got
gotta
coffee.
go.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Okay, go get your coffee, Rob.
I'll hang out for a half hour till he gets back.
Half hour, two
Yeah.
days, give or take.
You guys are funny. Denise isn't in the shower, so I'll be back faster.
All right, everybody, place your bets. Place your bets. We
got a 5-minute slot, a 10-minute slot, a 20-minute slot.
and comes back after we're gone slot.
Yeah. Mary doesn't like Jim Carrey, so she's. I read a story about Jim Carrey, trying to get along with it. Who was it? Al Pacino? No, not Al Pacino. Dang it. One of the big actors. Oh, Tom. Dang it. Men in Black. The older guy.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. They were doing a movie together, and he went over to try to talk to him, and Tommy Lee Jones goes, "I don't get you. I don't like you. Go away." I can see Tommy Lee Jones doing that too.
Who to
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey? Life's too short.
John, Finders Keepers, hello.
Yeah.
That's another. Oh God, Tommy Lee Jones and No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. A friend of mine watched it and he hated it because of the ending. Said, "You hate the movie just because of the ending?" I said they had like 8 different ones.
Yeah. You ever see that Clint Eastwood movie, Gran Torino?
Oh yeah, great movie. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Clint Eastwood isn't doing too good.
Get off my lawn, zipperhead.
He's almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be down in the chat.
Okay. Thanks for coming up, Pat, and thank you for the stickers, man. Love them.
Yes, Bill, that is the sound of a new jar of peanut butter being opened.
Denise is asleep, huh? Thought so. Peter Pan honey?
Peter Pan honey, the only thing there is.
No other. Yeah, Mary, you're right. Coffee and peanut butter. Now watch Denise come out walking up behind him.
Hey, if I'm not anything, I'm predictable, okay?
But, yeah, that Tom Berenger. He made some great movies.
Oh, that first Sniper movie was another great movie.
Yeah. The Last of the Dogmen, that is a
I
classic.
mean, that is such a cool concept for a modern Western.
U.S. Marshal, that's a good movie. Of course, Men in Black with Tommy Lee Jones, that's a great one.
I never saw the one they did with the new cast.
Oh, the one where I got it. What's his name? Played Tommy Lee Jones. I know him, love him. Men in Black 3. You haven't seen that one?
Well, the U.S. Marshal, wasn't that the one based on the sequel to The Fugitive?
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, Gray says The Fugitive. Yeah.
Doggone it. The Hunters. The only thing I don't like about the
Yep. Billy Zane.
Josh Brolin. Thank you, Greg. That guy makes his own knife by making a little wood fire and pounds out a blade.
I met Josh Brolin.
He played Tommy Lee Jones' younger version in Men in Black 3. Did a great job. So, Welch's grape.
It's peanut butter and jelly without the bread.
Yeah, Welch's grape.
When I was working at Disney at MGM Studios, Josh Brolin and Minnie Driver came in. They were dating then. And I think he had 2 of his kids with him. And I was requested to shadow them to make sure nobody bothered them. But she was wearing a real big floppy hat, and he wasn't as big a. He hadn't made his comeback in his career yet. He was kind of a like he hadn't done Sicario and a bunch of the other stuff that he's big on.
Yeah.
But Minnie Driver was big. She had done Goodwill Hunting, but she had a big floppy hat on, and they walked around. And I shadowed them to like 10 feet behind them, whatever. But nobody wound up recognizing them, followed them all day long. But yeah, I got to meet the two of them.
Well,
Patriot Games with Jack Ryan. Patriot Games is a phenomenal book too. If you've never read Patriot Games, that's a great book.
Well, back in California, Northern California, I was surprised at how many movie stars owned property in the county I lived in. And Robert Mitchum, his brother James, Clint Walker, Leonard Nimoy used to come up there all the time. Daryl Hannah.
She was a babe in her day.
Burgess Meredith. His son lives in my town and was friends with my brother. So I got to spend the weekend at Burgess Meredith's house in Marin County.
Yep, Burgess Meredith from the Rocky movies.
Benito del Torres. Yeah, and Sicario and Sicario 2. He played an awesome part in that.
Javier Bardem in the movie where he played the killer with Tommy Lee Jones as the sheriff. What was that?
That was No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
Great movie. Pat and I were just talking about that over here off screen now. A friend of mine hated the ending on that. Come to find out they had made like 9 different endings for that and went with the lamest one, which it was, but but the movie was great.
Yeah, there's several movies that they've
Josh
made.
Brolin was in that when he got blown away at that motel. But I liked it in Sicario. Was it 2? I think it was 2. Where he's sitting there in that drug dealer's house in Mexico and don't shoot us in front of the kids. So he shot the kids first, then shot them.
Yeah, those are violent movies.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Dirt Clod. All the Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan books are just phenomenal.
Yep.
I thought, well, there's an interesting question, Bill. How many actors have played Jack Ryan?
Oh God. At least 5 that I know of.
I think it is 4 or 5 if you count the TV show.
Yeah. The TV show. Who was the first one?
Ben Affleck played him. Ben Affleck played him in one movie.
Ben Affleck. Yeah, that was The Sum of All Fears.
Yep, the one at the Super Bowl. Yep, the stadium.
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Which
and
one
then
was he?
Obviously Harrison Ford in the
Ford.
two Patriot Games and
wasn't it The Hunt for Red October? Baldwin.
Hunt for October was Baldwin.
Yeah. But if you ever read some books, the guy's dead now. Richard Marcinko wrote some books. He was the father of the modern Navy SEALs. It was UDT.
Richard Marcinko. Yeah, Navy SEALs. I know who that is.
Okay. It was UDT until he took over and developed the Navy SEALs. He wrote books and he told the truth about some places they'd been and what happened when the military came in and wouldn't listen to him because they brought in advisors. In fact, I watched him and a guy on a news clip. This 25-year-old had never been in the military, never been out of the country, but he was an expert on terrorists. And he was telling Marcinko he was wrong. There's a guy that spent 30 years in the frickin' Navy building up.
I wouldn't tell a 30-year Navy veteran SEAL he was wrong.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've studied all this, and Marcinko's going, I was there. You're wrong.
Yeah, Mary, but it's not the honey roast.
Oh. Yeah, Richard Marcinko. I met him many years ago. But they screwed him. The Navy put him in prison. Then once he got out, they reinstated him. And oops, sorry.
Yeah, we're going a bunch of like It was like over budgeting things, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
Yep. Clive Cussler. He's done some great books.
yeah. Clive Cussler, you know what his main job was? Worked in a General Motors factory all his life. Wrote books on the side. I think that was Clive Cussler. One of them. Pretty sure it was Cussler. Jim Duncan, hello, welcome. Is that a
Yes,
jar?
Jim Duncan. Yes, Jim, it is.
But Clue the movie.
Yes, Marion, I'm not supposed to be having sugar.
And he's not.
Hateful Eight was an extremely violent. Well, all of Quentin Tarantino's movies are violent, but Hateful Eight was especially violent.
Oh no, you want to see one more violent? And I love the Hateful Eight because I love Kurt Russell and Sam Jackson. But you want to see one that's, I mean, really violent and just off the wall is Bone Tomahawk.
Never heard of that.
Kurt Russell stars in it. A woman gets kidnapped. They go after. He's the sheriff, and they run into these. Somebody goes, "It was Indians," and when they ask this Indian, he goes, "No, it wasn't Indian. It was the troglodytes, cave dwellers. Well, they're your people. They're not our people." And these were just, I mean, like caveman, savage Indians, and the stuff they did was. I'm sorry, but it even put Saving Private Ryan in the opening scene to shame, as far as violence and gore.
Well, yeah, I don't want to see that then. So, yep, there you go. John Candy. A lot of people didn't know John Candy and both Eugene Levy are both actors, and I think they're both from Second City.
Yep. What's that TV show Levy's got? He gets nailed on Wall Street, so they end up having to buy a little town and run it. Oh crap!
Schitt's Creek.
That's freaking hilarious.
Denise loves Schitt's Creek. And I think the kid that plays his son in that is his real son.
Captain Spaulding. Yeah, Captain Spaulding's dead now, though, unfortunately, because he did House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, that was a Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie. The second one, Devil's Rejects. The third one, it's out there, Three from Hell, but Sid Haig got pneumonia and died, so they just got a picture of him in it. And that movie kind of bombed, and they didn't really do a lot with it. But that guy was great, Sid Haig. That was Captain Spaulding the Clown.
Yeah, Denise loved Schitt's Creek. She thought that was A Man Called Horse. That was Richard. What's his last name? The British
Harris.
actor.
Richard Harris.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, the big movie is with Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant, same movie. It's just a remake of that. But
Mary, sometimes that's why a lot of people thought Mel Gibson was an Australian actor because of the Mad Max movies, because he went down to Australia and made those Mad Max movies.
But Hugh Glass was the name of from the Reverend, A Man Called Horse. That was a true story that happened. They left him for dead, and he survived and came back. There's a monument back east here somewhere in the east for him. Little Big Man, that was good. Dustin
That's what's his name?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Do you know, though, in Forrest Gump that Sally Field, who played Tom Hanks's mom, was only like 8 years older than him?
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, the first Werewolf in London movie was just freaking awesome.
Awesome.
I mean, for its day back in the mid '80s, '86, whatever, the special effects in that movie were just incredible when his hand grew and
Yeah.
the jaw. But yeah, it did have a nude scene in it. Yep.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, you look at some of the movies they filmed in 70 millimeter, how clear, it has depth, the color. And then you look at the new digital crap, and it's just, world of difference.
well, BC Treasure Trail was talking about the nudity real quick in Werewolf in London. If you remember the opening scene in Stargate with Ra, the sacrifice woman he's got on the altar is 100% nude, and they show a full frontal shot of that woman.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another movie that does a full frontal, and it's only for a split second, but it's Dana Delaney in the comedy movie she did with Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my God.
With,
Diana they shoot horses, don't they? That was an awesome movie. Okay, Rosie O'Donnell and who, Rob?
and Dana Delaney.
Oh, with Dan Aykroyd.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about, and I cannot think of the name of that movie, but it was
the
funny.
one where they go to the hedonistic island.
Yeah.
They've got that split second scene where she comes out of the pool completely nude, full frontal nudity. Dana Delaney.
Hi, Rob Weigel. God, what the hell was the name of that movie?
Evening,
I
Rob.
remember. I remember because I was watching that movie in the theater, and the guy took his 13-year-old son, and as soon as the movie wasn't 10 minutes in, he grabbed his son and walked out.
Yeah.
God, that was a good movie though. It was funny as hell.
It is called Exit to Eden.
Called what?
Exit to Eden.
Okay. I've just never been a big Rosie O'Donnell fan.
Me neither. But now Dana Delaney, Bill, on the other hand,
Yeah.
that's a shot from Exit to Eden.
Yeah.
She looked phenomenal in Tombstone too.
Yep.
I just think Tombstone has one of the greatest casts ever assembled.
Yep. Yeah, and then that's where they made the mistake when they came out with Wyatt Earp and Kevin Costner, because Tombstone was already out. Okay, Spies Like Us is okay, Greg, but the one I like is with Elliot Gould and Donald Sutherland called Spies. And when you type it in to look for it, you've got to put an asterisk in between each of the letters or it doesn't come up. In 1972, it is just freaking hilarious. Donald Sutherland, they both worked for the CIA, and the CIA sends them out to get killed because they accidentally killed some Russian spies. But Elliot Gould's a little too smart. They walk into this bathroom and they can see that there's some C4 taped to the stall. So he grabs Sutherland, pulls him out of there, and Sutherland goes, "Oh, we got to get back to the office." He goes, He goes, "It was our own people that did that." He goes, "No." He goes, "How do you know that?" He goes, "The Chinese are silent, the English are experts, and we're sloppy, and that was a sloppy job." I always love that opening scene. Gone in 60 Seconds, great movie.
Oh, the original one, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the one with Nicolas Cage, not so much.
I like it because I'm a huge Angelina Jolie fan.
You're what?
I'm a huge Angelina Jolie fan.
Oh, yeah, so am I, but the movie itself just wasn't.
Now, I'll tell you another series of movies that I thought were all excellent were the Bourne movies.
The what?
Jason Bourne movies.
Oh, Jason Bourne, yeah.
Quest for Fire. Yep.
That
Had
was
a
a good
nude
one.
Ray Dong Chong. Yep. In
Yep.
her younger days.
Huh. Jim Steele, X-Files. Love the X-Files.
X-Files was freaking awesome.
Yep.
I never, ever, ever missed an episode of the X-Files.
Nope. And then they came out with the movies and ruined it. The movies just
I liked the one movie.
the first one.
Yes.
Yeah. The second movie was a piece of junk. But yeah, the original X-Files, man, that was so good.
Rob says, what is the name of the movie where the two women are training to be FBI agents? That's China Beach. Yeah. Dana Delaney was great in China Beach.
Yeah. I like David Lynch, the director actor. He did things like Twin Peaks, which was just a bizarre movie, series.
Feds. It's called Feds.
Feds, yeah.
Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, she was. Yeah, Rebecca De Mornay.
Yep. Okay. Wasn't Sandra Bullock in that FBI?
No, she did she played the FBI agent in Miss Congeniality.
Yeah, that's right.
She's another one of my hotties. I like Sandra Bullock.
She also did that one, the comedy one with what's her name, McCarthy, where she's an agent. She's so good, all the guys hate her because she's always right. And I love it when McCarthy looks her, he goes, "Shoot him in the dick." So she does. She goes, "No, you don't shoot a guy in the dick. You just told me to."
Yeah, Speed was good. That was, I mean, if you look back on Speed now, both her and Keanu Reeves are so young in that movie.
Oh God, I watched what was it, Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman. Never seen that movie till today.
Which one?
Chain Reaction.
Oh, Keanu, another young Keanu Reeves. Yep,
great movie.
I like a lot. I'm a big movie guy, Greg. I do like a lot of movies. There's a few I don't like, but I do like a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what movie that I thought was a great movie. But, well, first off, there's two movies that miss a huge feature from the book. Now, if you remember, Bill, did you ever read The Hunt for Red October?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Why does Sean Connery defect with the Russian submarine?
Oh God. And
it's in the book.
I know. It has something to do with his wife, if I remember right.
His wife got an appendicitis, and when she got rushed to a doctor, it was a drunk Russian doctor who wound up killing her. He couldn't save her because he was drunk and he was part of the whole old Russian system where so anyway, he decides he's fed up with the Russian system. They never mention that. They just said it's the anniversary of his wife's death. That's all they mention in the movie, but they don't tell you that he defects with the submarine because he's tired of the Russian system. So I thought that was an important part they left out of the movie.
Yeah.
And in the movie, the phenomenal movie with Tom Hanks, the bestseller about the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Okay. What they leave out in the Da Vinci Code is at the very end, when he rescues the girl and the boy. In the book, they explain that the reason that they separated those two children at birth was because each one of those children is a direct descendant over 2,000 years of Christ. That Christ actually got married and had children, and that these two children, so there was always a cult that was trying to kill to keep the mystique of Christ being, a godlike figure with no children and never getting married. So they were always looking to kill these children to get rid of any lineage so they separated these two children, and at the end, when they reunite these two, they don't put in the movie that those two are brother and sister in the movie that was
Yeah.
in the book. The Sand Grill children. There you go. Bad Idea Lab. Yep. Greg says, I have seen the new Mission Impossible movie twice, and you have to see the yeah, that looks like something you definitely need to see on the big. Bad Idea Lab. Right after the first Matrix movie came out, we had all these young kids coming to Disney parks with the black long trench coats and the army boots, and it was a real concern for Disney there for a while. Um, I used to read all the time. I don't read as much as I used to, but I used to. I still
Yeah.
read all the. I still read all the Jack Reacher books. I've read every single Jack Reacher book at least 3 times.
Yeah, I don't read like I used to. I should. I love to read.
But
The
I
only
can.
thing is that I'll read a book that I really love, and like I said, when they make a movie and leave out certain things or get things wrong, it ticks you off.
Yep.
Like Lord of the Rings. You watch the movie, the 3 movies. Okay. You ever read the books?
No.
Okay. Remember where they went into the mountain, brought the ghost to come back to help the king? That isn't where they fought the battle. It was before that. So I mean, that is something that's really important, and they have them fighting in the wrong place.
So
It's
they
like,
so they changed it completely up from the book.
yeah, they changed a lot of things or left a lot of things out that they shouldn't have. Yeah, that irritated. But you know, okay, I'll be right back, Rob. I got to get rid of some coffee.
Go ahead, because I'm going to get some more in a second. Let's see, folks. We still have 16 in the room. Thanks for guys for hanging out with Bill and I tonight, and for Mark earlier and Parker at Pat. She bought me my coat for my Flux TikTok persona, the Dark Horseman. Oh, well, that's cool. The Dark Horseman. I like that name. Rob, we just have lives. Yeah, I don't have a life. I don't have a life. The guys back in my younger days, when I was with the police department, when I was in my mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, on my day off, I could curl up with a book, eat 3 bowls of cereal for lunch, read my book all afternoon, have 2 more bowls of cereal for, or 3 bowls of breakfast, 2 more bowls for lunch, read my book all evening, have another 2 or 3 bowls for dinner, cereal, read my book till I fell asleep, never left the house, never talked to another person, and it was a great day. Well, thank you, Frankie. We're just impressed you have a day off, Frankie. Okay, I'm amazed actually.
It's great to have you here, Frankie. Don't get to see you that often.
Yeah, Frankie did a post on Facebook this week. I sent him a congrats on that. Enjoy every minute, Frankie. I tell Charlie that with his dad all the time, and Charlie's parents are getting older. Enjoy them, Frankie. Miss my parents every day. Oh, Mary,
Yeah.
if Mary, I could eat cereal 3 meals a day every single day and not get tired of it, but I'd be 600 pounds. Craig says, I still read book. I just finished a Clive Cussler book and started reading Robert Ludlum. Yeah, Robert Ludlum. Yeah. Yeah, Robert Ludlum. I read Robert Ludlum. He does all the spy books and everything else. I read him way before Tom Clancy. If you find a first edition Tom Clancy Hunt for Red October that was done on the Naval Press, I think they did a run of something like 20,000 books on the Naval. It's called the Naval Press before the book caught fire, and one of the big publishing houses picked it up. But if you find a first edition Hunt for Red October on Naval Press that says first printing, that goes for big bucks.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom Clancy's just.
Oh yeah. Great author.
I read every one of. I mean, because most of it's based on Soviet American.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he did the one on World War III about the war starting in Germany,
Yeah.
West Germany with Russia coming over the bridge.
Marty said they welded him the ER yesterday. Nice tan. Yep, I got metal detecting. Yep.
Marty, yeah, I hope you're okay, Marty.
Kidney stone.
She just told him your name was George Hamilton, Marty.
Huh.
Oh, he got his kidney stone zapped.
Yep.
Awesome. Lost another 2 subs today, Bill.
I'm sorry, Rob. I've gained some. Haven't gained my. I only need 134 hours to get monetized. So I want to do the membership thing and third week of the month do a giveaway for members. Did get out today and found me a bunch of bullets. I'll tell you, Rob, the Xterra impressed me today. I found a half of a 22 caliber pellet 6 inches deep with that thing.
Nice.
I was surprised. I was digging and digging, going, "What the hell is down there?" And it was making loud, like it was 2 inches deep. It's like it was down there.
Troy and I actually got together Sunday night. We went
nice.
to the beach. I haven't hunted the beach with Troy, I bet, in 3 years since before COVID. And Troy and I went out between the two of us. We got 10 pieces of jewelry, Bill.
Sweet.
But I also, one of the things I dug up that night came in on a bottle cap. I dug up a 9mm round shell. I'm like, what the hell is that doing on Clearwater Beach?
Well,
nice.
Tell them early, I dug up 230 caliber slugs, solid lead and white. So they're over 100 years old. Charlie. Well, Charlie, I discovered by lowering the sensitivity, use the auto tracking and everything, it really brought that VDI jumping around down a lot. So apparently just running it at 0 ground balance over bad ground made it jump more than if you let it auto track it, Charlie. Because I was hitting solid numbers, like when I hit the lead bullets, it was like 34, 35. And that was in bad ground. So yep. Lower the sensitivity, and like I said, I run the only thing I don't get, they call it turn on and go, but when you turn on the auto track, say you've got it in field 2 at 10 kilohertz, that's the only one the auto track's going to go. When you switch fields and everything, you've got to go in and do it again. So it has it in all of them. Hi, Deej.
Hi, Miss Deej.
Okay, Deej. Sorry, Deej, I missed where you opened. I had to go to the bathroom, and somebody told me you showed them the earrings I made for you, gave you on your stream, and I missed that.
Now, Bill, the Xterra uses the same. It has field, beach, park, just the same as the Knox does.
Yep. But like I said, if you use auto track, you've got to go in and enter in every, frequency and every mode. So you do it once, it's only that mode and frequency. I don't know why they did it that way. Look. So those who are late, I'm close to getting monetized. Once I do, like I said, there's only 2 of these out there. I have one. The other one I gave away. I'll give this one away. It's the evolution of the detectorist. These were hand routed by Bottle Cap Bob in California. So once I get monetized, it's going up for grabs for appreciation of the people that got me there.
First edition of that Hunt for October we're talking about, I said, is going anywhere from $500 to $2,250.
Nice.
There's only a 5,000 print run.
That was
Every other
it?
publishing house rejected it, so he went to the Naval Press Institute and they agreed to do it with 5,000, and it sold out.
Hardback or softback?
It's a hardback with a dust jacket.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Didn't expect to see Mr. Charlie up at 10:51 p.m.
Charlie must have took a nap.
That's what Dee did. She dozed off.
But, and also, people, we're going to be putting in bat houses, so I'm going to have a after dark bat cam going, running as premiere so people can watch the bats and chat with each other. I won't be in it because I'm just running outside all night. Rub it in, Greg. Jeez. He rubbed it into me, Charlie. He goes, "Oh, you were first, but I found it. Larry found a Mercury." Nice.
Now the SLQ is my V-nickel may be Charlie's white whale, but the SLQ, I can't find one of them to save my life. And yet Troy in St. Pete has probably found a half a dozen this year.
Jeez.
I know, Mary. I know. Yet he was out with his buddy Dave, and he found one, or excuse me, Brad, and Brad found one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was mentioned one night in stream a couple weeks back. One American, somebody goes, "I'll send you one." I don't want one given to me. I'm like, Charlie, I want to go dig it up.
Jim, I wouldn't do that to him. Yeah, Marty, Troy donated a SLQ for I think the Christmas prizes last year.
Well, Rob, thank you. I got my quarter and my stickers. Thank you. You see, Oh, what's his name? New York.
Charlie's saying good night. Have a good night.
Good night, Charlie. Thanks for being here. Merrill's newest video and the newest detector he's got.
No, I did not. What's he getting?
He got an MV3. It's analog.
He must have a very, very understanding wife.
Yep. And it's an expensive analog, and he was showing it. And they were going like 15 inches deep on a dime. This detector. But old Paystreak Super Freak pointed something out. He ran into a guy. The guy was using Soros and everything else at a park. Paystreak had pounded himself. The guy found 5 rings in an hour.
I'm gonna have to go watch that then.
Yeah. But
Now, Deej, I logged on to you, Deej, when I was getting ready to go to trivia tonight, and I thought you were live, but it looked like it was a video. I didn't see Deej live tonight. I could have been mistaken, but I know it was weird being brown, wasn't it?
huh.
Rob says, I'm just sitting here panning some gold. Well, that looks like an interesting thing to do.
Yeah.
Bill, I did a box of halves this morning, Bill, and got back on the silver track, sir.
Oh, good, Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check out Deej's video. Like I said, I thought she was live, and it wasn't, so I'm leaving comments, and nobody's responding to my comments because I realized the video was over. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I need to check out our local historical society, Deeds. I'm glad you mentioned that. My detecting club meetings are the fourth Monday of the month, so every fourth Monday Digs movie video, I'm at the club meeting trying to monitor on the phone. Well, Bill, it's 11 o'clock, sir.
Yeah, I think we're going to call people. I'm getting tired. I'm going to get up at 5:30 in the morning, too, and go detecting. Just so I can find more bullets.
Nope, not me, Rob. I've been gray for a long time. My dad was gray before he was 40. All right, Bill, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go grab me another cup of coffee, sir.
Okay, Rob, thank you for
Thanks,
coming
everybody,
up.
for being here tonight. Thanks,
Yep.
everybody.
Everybody, thank you. Good night.